Future is commanding $1 million per show,
according to Future.
according to Future. Well, why shouldn't he? Because GQ just named him the best rapper alive. Isn't GQ a men's fashion magazine? Like, why do these? Why does GQ is a big deal? I'm not trying to make them, but
Right.
why? What gives them the right to even speak on hip hop in that light? Excuse me, a different something else. What gives them to right to crown any artist, even if Future is your favorite artist? Like, say, I don't know who my favorite artist is. GQ could have said that about them.
Right.
It still means nothing to me. You're GQ. It may as well
And
have come from McDonald's,
and the
Burger
best
King.
the best part is that a
Stupid.
lot of people, there's some people who be like, yo, there's people that agree with GQ, yo. Like,
Great.
I don't see what's the problem. There's people that agree with GQ. Yeah,
Great.
you're
Good for
right.
them.
Fantastic. Wonderful. I don't care who these people are. They're wrong, and they're definitely not the majority of people if they follow what GQ's advice about what is good and what's not good in hip hop, especially all the people that they overlook when you claim Future, especially if you're talking about a man who hasn't released an album in over 2 years, especially if we're talking about a man who, let's not forget, was completely non-existent in hip hop for a few years. Like, he didn't, it's not like he got on and was hot the whole time. No. Let's not forget, Future came on, he was the hook guy after T-Pain. And then he ended up getting some tracks with some artists on his own, which he does have bangers. I'm not gonna downplay him. He has bangers. Definitely has club bangers. But went extremely cold. And whether you want to joke or not and say it was because of Sierra or whatever he was doing, oh, he finally decided to settle down and now he can't make proper music, he went mad cold. And then he just had a few years where he got hot, did a few things with Drake, and then disappeared for another 2 years. How are we calling this guy the greatest? How
Well,
are we,
first
when
of
we have
all,
artists who have been consistent the entire time?
look, man, GQ, just tell me about my pants. All right. I'll listen to you about my pants. I'll listen to you about my pants. The one thing that I will give Macklemore is when he won that Grammy, I think it was for the best album.
Mhm.
He won it over freaking Kendrick Lamar, but that's another story.
But even he said to,
Even
I think we're gonna
he
touch it.
said
Yeah.
something. He's like, I don't deserve this. Listen, man, it's nice when people, when, they give you your flowers and they're like, that was a great song, or, of course it's nice. This is your livelihood. It's your craft. It's your life. So of course we like to be, to get the acknowledgement, but at least do with some grace. I'm sure they didn't just give him the cover of the magazine and that was it. I'm sure there was an article in the magazine. Now, I haven't read the article, if there is one, but I'm hoping in that article he kind of speaks to that, even in a small way. Hey, there's a lot of good artists out here. I'm just humble. I don't know if he did, please let me know. But me personally, maybe it's just me. I'm probably turning that down. And if I'm not, because if I'm in a position like Future is, remember, I don't just work for me. I provide a lot of other people with revenue. So, hey, man, let's get the brand up. So if my people say, hey, no, do it, fine, I'll do it. But in the interview, I am making it very clear. I appreciate it, but I am not that if I'm Future. Because
Right.
Future is not that. Is he possibly a contender for one of the greatest artists alive? Maybe have that maybe. Artist is a very broad
There's definitely
term,
areas of the world that would say that. Yeah, he is.
but rapper, no.
But
Sorry,
overall, globally,
no,
I
can't
don't know
do it.
about all that.
Can't do it.
I don't
Can't
know.
do
I
it.
don't know about all that. And I sit here and he says that he tweeted it actually, was how this actually came out. He said what other nigga can claim $1 million a show, and then he's like, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. And
Great.
I sat there and I said to myself, I don't remember the last time that nigga had a show. So you can ask for whatever you want, but are people booking you for that? Because from what I know, and from what I've read in 2015, which is 7 years ago, granted, you were asking for, according to your writer, which is the contract that you sign with other promoters and bookers, $150,000.
It's a pretty big increase.
So for you to go from 150 to 1 million in 7 years, and let's not forget, a few of those years you fell off.
Well, you got to remember, GQ said he was the best rapper alive, so naturally, that's kind of like winning an Oscar. Like the rates go up immediately.
Is that what happens with GQ? I didn't know that. I didn't know they had that type of influence on music. That's crazy how
on hip hop specifically.
That's crazy how diluted hip hop has got to the point where we're getting our influence from GQ magazine, where they're dressing Dwayne Wade up the way they dress him up on covers. Look, that's amazing.
I'll tell you this in reference to the $1 million per show. Hey man, if people are willing to pay you for it, $1 million.
You can ask for whatever you want.
I could ask for.
Listen, my going rate to do a show is about 1.5 million.
There you go.
I never plan on doing another show again.
You got Future Beat, just one and done.
I want 1.5. Because that's what I want. Sounds good.
There you go. So you should have anyways. Viewing public, what are your thoughts here, man? Is Future the greatest rapper alive? Did this GQ affirmation bump up the rate from 150?
Sealed it. Sealed. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
I mean, it only makes sense. It's GQ after all. All right. Let us know what your thoughts are. Leave it in the comments. Deuces. Okay.